What's up, beautiful? Welcome to Venus. I'm your favorite Venusian. You can call me Jay. And today we're going to be talking about how to get your driver's license. When I first initially passed, I believe I was 18 or 19, in between that. I was doing a lot of studying when I was 17, practice test for the DMV. Can you make a right turn at a red light? Things like that. And I remember just being so young, and all my friends, we were 15, 16. All my friends had cars. They were giving me rides to school. I was walking. I really wanted a car so bad. Now I'm finding ways how to get around without a vehicle. Go check that video out, how to get around California without a car. And it's important, having a vehicle, having a mode of transportation, at least your license. You can get a rental car, you can borrow a friend's car, you know what I'm saying? So basically, here's my step-by-step guide, no matter how old you are. So number one thing, practice test. If you can't do anything, if you don't have a vehicle to drive, practice test. Just have the wisdom. There's a lot of ignorant people on the road that are willing to compromise the safety of others just for their pride. These motherfuckers is crazy, especially in California. You go down to the Bay, motherfuckers is crazy. They'll cut you off, they don't care. The second thing I would recommend is asking somebody you trust to drive, let you drive their car. Like, go to an empty parking lot, go to a school parking lot at night, whenever they have time. Ask them and do it consistently. I don't care if it's once a week, I don't care if it's once every 3 days, I don't care if it's once a month. At least build that consistency. A little backstory with all of this. I kind of didn't want to just yap, but for personality purposes, everyone in my family has saved their vehicles. On my dad's side, my auntie has saved her white Camry Toyota. My dad has saved his Pontiac Le Mans. My grandma, which I passed in my fucking grandma, big ass Toyota Tacoma. This whole time, I was asking my dad every single day after he got off work. I'm like, Dad, can we go test drive? Even though it annoyed him, I knew that was helping build my consistency with driving. I didn't know what I was doing. When I first started, I kind of looked at it like GTA, third person driving, first person. And then once you actually get behind the wheel, it feels so fucking weird. My initial response was to use both of my feet, left foot on the brake, right foot on the gas, which is completely fucking idiotic. You're supposed to use one foot for each side. Just build that consistency so you become accustomed to driving. You got the knowledge, you got the experience. Next, I would recommend hiring driving teachers. I personally spent around, I think $340, 6 hours, and their sessions of 2 hours. You can even split those up even more, right? My driving teacher, he was generous. I did piss him off a little bit because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I didn't know how to drive. I was just too eager to drive. I was just so excited to drive and not realizing that there's fundamentals, there's principles. When you do things, you have to be structured, you have to be vigilant. Another person that helped me is my Uncle Mike. He taught me how to parallel park. Actually, I never knew how to parallel park. You want to meet the car that you're parking next to, so side by side, and then you want to just back in and then turn your wheel and adjust. And then you can adjust accordingly because you'll have space. I was like, parallel parking, I'll never need that. That should be coming in handy. It was a pivotal moment, really good moment for me learning. I think that made me a lot more safe on the road because I'm older now. I'm the oldest sibling. Sometimes I have to drive my sibling somewhere. Sometimes I might have to drive my little cousin somewhere. So it's important to just be vigilant on the road. I've never gotten into an accident. I'm very cautious on the road. I'm very safe. I ensure that every time I drive on the road, I'm safe and everyone in the vehicle is safe. Here are 4 recommendations of driving schools that you can get. I'm in California. Sacramento's the capital, so we're gonna go with Sacramento Driving School. Next, we have American Champion Driving School, but my favorite has to be All Stars Driving. You are paying a little more, but they're giving you 3 classes, 2-hour sessions. You get to pick the schedule. They give you your permit after the paper to get your permit if you're under 18 and can't get your license yet. So when I finally went to go take my driving test, I don't know what it was. Like, I didn't fail. Yeah, I failed. My written, failed it like twice, and I got on the 3rd try. And then with driving, I failed it once. I think I did something wrong once. I made a illegal turn on the street. It was like a big ass street, you know what I'm saying? Like a long ass street with a stop sign, and then you make an illegal turn. But I really think it didn't have to do nothing with my intelligence. It just had to do with the way I was talking to myself and my confidence and my self-esteem. Everybody around me, like my entire family, was like, oh, you ain't ready to get your license. Subconsciously, I was telling myself, oh, maybe I'm not ready. If I just stood in my corner a little more and was just like, nah, you got this shit, you the fucking man. I think that's all it boils down to. Everything in life is intimidating at first until you start doing it. until you start. Like, you really gotta lie to yourself. You gotta gaslight yourself a little bit. When you're doing something new, just act like you've done it 1,000 times already. That's the type of mentality you have to have when being presented in anxiety-inducing situations. When I was taking my driving test, you get the fucking adrenaline and shit, bro. It's not even all that serious. It's just your license. Now that I'm older, now that I've been driving for 2, 3, 4 years, you know what I'm saying? You don't really get anxiety about that. But I think it's just life. It's just growing, becoming an adult. You have to grow into things. You can't just force. You can't just live fast like that. Just being able to pass my driver's license in a big ass truck, I'm just so proud of myself for that. I told myself, if I could pass in a big ass truck, if I get a sedan, I'll be good on the road. That's some real shit. Yeah. But anyways, back to the video. One last thing. My next video relating to driving is probably gonna be how to get your motorcycle license. I forget the actual term for it. That's what I'm working toward. They got Harley Davidsons, they got Yamaha. I really want a Yamaha bike. That shit I'm interested in. So if you guys want to see that, feel free to drop a comment below. We'll make some vlogs with it. Really, really brief video. I don't even know if people are gonna see this. I just remember wanting to drive around so bad, or like just be able to get around without having to ask for a ride. Man, it'll do you wonders. It's been your favorite Venusian. I'll see y'all in the next video.